Hello and welcome to a game called Shape of Dreams. It is a roguelite that has recently come out and it has caught my attention. It's actually taken quite a bit of my time. I think I've put in like 4 or 5 hours into this. And I decided for one of my return videos to YouTube that I would probably start a small series on this. I've never played Risk of Rain 2, but I have seen a lot of comments in the reviews that have compared it to Risk of Rain 2. So if you enjoyed Risk of Rain or Risk of Rain 2, then you might enjoy this. But with that, I figured we jump in, do a small series on it. I probably will just play this pretty regularly, put out a few videos. Kind of the end goal is just to kind of unlock all the characters, or most of the characters at least. So if you enjoy this game or enjoy this series, please let me know down in the comments. We can see if maybe we can do some challenge runs or something like that. But with that, I have played a little bit of this. I do know that to start, I actually prefer Mist, the swords lady, I guess, the duelist, instead of the sniper guy. So I'm a bit more of a melee combat fanatic. So we're going to run down this path here and play with her instead. But we'll go ahead and jump right on in. Borderlands 4 has also recently come out. I won't talk about it too much, but I am thinking about doing a co-op series on that for the channel as well. Probably another long-form content video as well. So let me know if anybody would be interested in that. That being said, first thing first, I like WASD and mouse, so I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to leave it all as normal because that's how I was used to it, but we should be good. So first things first, if you're unfamiliar with this game, you'll start off. It's a little bit like, I'm going to compare it to Faster Than Light because that is a game that I have played. There will be a map that pops up with like places to go. So I picked up two different things. There's a little bit of gold and a little bit of dream dust. Both of these will be used in your run. As far as I can tell, the runs seem to be relatively, say, endless. There's probably an end. I have not gotten far enough to see the end. So we are here. This little red circle shows us where we are. We can choose to go in any direction. You'll see that this one's a little different than the rest. The hunters start here. There's kind of, just like Faster Than Light, or I guess a lot of roguelites, there is something that is kind of urging you to keep going forward rather than just explore the whole map. That is where we want to go to move to the next level. The further we go, the harder the bosses get, the more difficult the enemies get. Pretty straightforward stuff. So we've got a Shrine of Dismantling, we've got a Shrine of Guidance and someone's Powerful Desires in this place, another Shrine of someone's Hatred, and another Well. So I'm thinking we go here, back, down, and over. I would like to go here because I think the Powerful Presence means we get better drops. So here we go. Pretty basic stuff, right? I think this is where the Risk of Rain comparison comes from, right? It's kind of you're playing the main character with the point of upgrades here. So as soon as we kill everything in this area, we should get our first upgrade here. I'm going to grab this Stardust. So a lot of areas will have this Memory Remnant. It'll either give you a memory or an essence. Shadow Walk, so this is a common memory you can see up here. We'll equip that on. It'll automatically go because we don't have anything there. But we got Shadow Walk, so we'll dash, and it'll shoot little shards that deal 33 damage. These will heal you. And then over here is Pot of Greed. This is not everywhere, but that is going to give us a bunch of gold, which is great. We'll love those. Now we'll go back. We'll take the portal down again. Since we've already been here and started here, it'll put us right at the portal. We don't have to redo the level. So I'm thinking we'll go down, hit the Hatred place, see if we can get an upgrade again, and then make our way towards the first boss. Challenge of Greed, it's going to be a tough fight, okay? So pretty basic. This character is melee, right? She's got a left click, which is this swing. I've got my dash. You can see it shoots little shards. My right click is this like a fencing riposte kind of deal. Let me clear out some of these guys here real quick. All right, pretty straightforward. So my right click is a dash forward, and I thrust the saber to the nearest enemy, triggers attack effects, and deals 106 damage to all enemies hit by it. And then each time Astrid's Masterpiece, which is my passive. Triggers, it reduces the memory cooldown by 0.5 seconds. That basically, the memories are your abilities. So every time I hit something, I reduce this cooldown by 5. So I'll show you. So right click, you can see every time I hit, it has a little, the number goes down, right? So essentially, you kind of want to get your basic attacks on as many of any enemies as you can. Sorry, word vomit there. I'm struggling to pay attention and talk at the same time here. I apologize. The more enemies you hit, the faster on cooldown it will go. So, of course, you can hit multiple enemies with your right clicks. That's kind of your advantage there. You've got dashes. Not every character has multiple dashes. Some characters have 1 dash. Some characters have 2 dashes. So since we've got a mini-boss here, I'm going to ult. Your ult basically will heal you per hit. It also increases your attack speed and increases your passive. I kind of want to hurry up and kill that guy. We've got 2 bosses here, mini bosses as a matter of fact. I'm going to stay on this side where the arrows are not hitting me. This one's not too bad. The other one makes it a little bit tough when they're together here. When you defeat mini-bosses or actual bosses, they'll drop these little orbs. They're pretty normal. They're just self-buffs, right? So we've got attack damage, increased attack speed, and increased memory. Each character is a little different. So if we hit left control here and I pin this, we can see that my character is quite a bit heavy on the attack damage and not the ability power side. Red, right? Attack damage. Means it scales with attack damage. The light damage, which is that blue, I think that's your ability power. So depending on what you want to scale, just keep in mind that they scale differently. So we're going to go attack damage. You'll see this is 110. Now it's 128, right? We got a little bit of a buff there. Same thing here. We'll probably do more attack damage and commit to that. We'll also grab this. I'm going to do the middle curse. So these are curses. Basically, you activate them for a buff. So we got a bunch of gold. Locks are random memory. So looks like my R got locked, which is not a problem because I don't need it. But we get rid of the curse by traveling to 3 new places, which is fine because we got to go to 3 places before we even get to the boss. So I will lose the curse before I get to the boss. And I still have my right click, which is pretty important. So for the most part, our core damage is still here. I'm not worried about it. It looks like I said, it looks like our ult is maybe... Trying to tell. I think our ult was one that was... Yeah, our ult is the one that's locked. You can see with the lock there. So not really a problem. So we'll grab our memory fragment here. We got Starfall. That's okay. Not my preferred ability. Now we found a well. Wells are used to upgrade abilities, so you can see that as time goes down, the damage goes up. I'm probably going to commit pretty heavily to the right click since that's the main source of damage for me right now. I think we'll go up. We'll head a little closer to the boss here. Anyway, these are pretty fast-paced. They do get pretty intense. The start of this, of course, the usual starting levels are pretty easy, not too crazy. This is the Starfall ability that we just picked up there. Use the dash. Dash out of that. Dash back into this. Kill that spider. There we go. Get our Starfall, our Stardust, so we can upgrade stuff. But yeah, this game has been a lot of fun. It's pretty heavy on meta progression. So it's got a lot of replayability to it on like kind of rushing the bosses and attempting to, you know, get, it's called Stardust. You'll see it here in a bit when we defeat the first boss, or if we get lucky and a level has some that drops for us. But there's some pink dust that'll drop. That is used for meta progression. Upgrading characters, making them stronger, unlocking slots to make them even stronger, because you kind of get slots based on level. Oh, this is a mini boss here. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll hold an ult. Go ahead and get rid of him pretty quick here. That way I can focus a little more on talking. Open up this. We got ability, power, memory, haste, and attack damage. Keep going with attack damage. But yeah, there's slots that you unlock. I'll show you after this. There's little constellations that you can do. And as you fill them with abilities, you can increase your character's strength, of course. Typical meta progression stuff, right? But we'll clear this area out. I know it looks like I'm taking a bit of damage. I'm not too worried about taking damage because part of our passive is the first 3 hits on any enemy will give us a shield. We get see deals 16 additional damage and grants a mist barrier that fades over 1.5 seconds, and it's first 3 attacks on any individual. That will reset after 6 seconds. So if I hit him and wait 6 seconds, then it'll reset. So you can get a shield off quite often. So she wants to be, this character in particular likes to be highly mobile, hitting multiple targets at once, getting that shield going in and out of combat, right? Typical fencer things, right? If you played League of Legends, very Fiora-esque kind of background here. It's a little gold on the ground. Look around. I don't think there's any rewards on this one, so we'll move over. We could visit a merchant. We do have 400 gold, so let's see what the store has to offer. What's up, Jonas? Pressure point, shield, and teal blade. I don't like any of those abilities. Casting another memory or using dodge grants 1 thunder stack up to 6 times. Casting this memory consumes all thunder stacks, calling down lightning on nearby enemies once for each stack. That's actually not bad. I kind of like that. Casting this memory fires 5 arrows and healing. Let's try this. The reason why is because I kind of want you to try this. And then we can use other abilities, and then we'll cast that with the intention of... Ooh. Fire does hurt in this game. Fire does very much hurt in this game. Alright, so this is our first, I'll say half boss fight. There's kind of 2 bosses per level. The first time you get to the exit will give you your first, like, mini boss. It might be 1 boss per level. This feels like a mini boss to me. Kind of work around him here. Dodge his abilities. Go ahead and heal up a little bit as well. So remember, we'll call this down, so that way it does quite a bit. You can see that does quite a bit of damage mixed with that extra little thing. Dodge these. Ooh. Okay. Remember, every time we cast an ability, we're stacking this up. You can see we have 6 stacks there, right? So that's the max stacks. Now we'll call that down. That's pretty good. And that's also every time we dash. I need to avoid those. I took quite a bit of damage there. Dashes also count. Kind of just play our damage here safely. This boss is pretty simple. You don't have to worry about too much. Just kind of just avoid the attacks. It kind of dashes in a straight line at you. We'll go ahead and call down this. Go ahead and get these next couple. Dash at him there. Try to avoid him. Call in our lightning strike, and we got him. Perfect. This boss is pretty easy, right? He just does his little, like, dash at you, dash at you, dash at you, and then he'll do his little thing. So now we've killed the boss. We get a free ability to empower. So I'm still going to empower our lunge since that's our main source of damage. I eventually would like to replace these. Earlier I was talking about the pink dust. As you can see, we picked it up. This is your meta progression. This is what you'll use to upgrade your characters at the end of your runs. You can use them at shops and merchants to buy, like, special in-game or in-run stuff that will give you, like, certain buffs or a new memory, or you can wear cosmetics, or you can wear a little hat on top of you, and those are all available as well. So we might come across... Oh, right there. Perfect. As a matter of fact, we will go there next. Let's go down, and then we'll go up and work our way back down. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by the cosmetic stuff, because there is that pink shop is one right there. Ooh, we're on the fire level. I do not like this level. Mostly because I end up getting screwed on it. There we go. Get our first upgrade. 30% cooldown reduction. This memory gains 23 memory haste, which is cooldown by 19%. That's pretty good. I think I would like to put that on this for... So if I move that there, what's this at? 6.3 seconds with it on. It's at 5.1. So that's a good, like, second shaving off of that. So we'll go up. This is the shop that I was talking about for the pink dust that you can use. As you see, he's got some there. Grab that. Grab all that. Some more of that. So I've also got a remnant fragment here. So this is chomp. Oh, this is so good. I will absolutely take that. Instead of this, I'm going to dismantle this for extra stardust. You can see I'm going to keep this. So we'll talk to this guy. So I was talking about the pink dust. You can use it for cosmetics. You can see you can buy some pretty cool glasses, or perfectly cool glasses here. You can also buy these things. So, delays the hunter tracking by 2 turns. Reveals a place of frequent meteor showers. That's how you can get some more of the pink dust. Or restore health. So, I'm going to buy this one since the rest of these are not super useful for me. And now you'll see on the map, we've got this right here. This little pink exclamation point tells us that's where meteors will fall. So my goal wants to be go down and then back up. So we want to hit that pretty quickly before the hunters start coming. Hunters are pretty straightforward, right? It's the, you can technically fight them. It's not recommended, but you absolutely can. The reason why I chose Chomp is because Chomp actually heals me, and it deals quite a bit of damage. So we'll actually call this in. There we go. Chomp deals 190 damage and restores 37 health, and it's every 6 seconds. So it's kind of a free heal, and I do like that a lot. You can also see as we upgrade it, it'll actually heal us more and deal quite a bit of damage. But I am going to continue to upgrade that one more time, and we'll be good there. From the rift, run our way down to the starfall, and we're pretty much just going to see how far we can make it. I don't really have too much of a, like, particular quest or anything like that I'm trying to do. This is just going to be a mini series to get me back into kind of some editing and some fun games and figure out what I want to do for the channel again. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and you've got some games or ideas that you'd like to watch, please let me know. I'd be happy to check them out. I can call in that. I'm actually going to ult here mostly because go ahead and start hurting some of these guys up here. There's a few bosses coming in there, and I wanted to get that damage out early instead of getting run down and losing my health. Presence of a powerful monster, okay? Dash out of that. Chomp him there. Beautiful, beautiful. So I enjoy this character a lot, particularly because I think she's quite a bit of fun to play. Gotta be careful with those bosses. Those little arrow ones in particular are really rough. We can do maximum health, or we can do more damage. I'm actually gonna take the health here because 6 damage is not a lot. We've got quite a bit of gold, so I'll just take a free heal here. We'll go down and then back down. One more down. Go ahead and ult there as well. One thing you don't need to be afraid of is using your ult in this game, specifically for that reason. As you can tell, this is why. And there we go. We're dead. Our first death. We'll do one more run here, all the way. Definitely don't be afraid to use your ult in this game. That's what I've come to realize, because you get it back very quickly, and it's definitely worth it. So, we do have a little bit of meta progression now achieved. So I'll show you guys kind of what the actual meta progression looks like here. Of course, your characters also have levels, also relevant for this. So here is the meta progression. Like I said, it's a constellation, right? We'll skip through all this because I'll explain this. So when you click on this, you have a red, a white, a blue, and a green tree. They all have different uses, of course. It's going to tell us what that is. So red is obviously, of course, damage, right? Green is going to be life and survival, as it says up here. Blue is going to be your support, right? How are you going to, get more gold? Here we have Camilla's gift, sells for 100, so something you can sell, gain 50 gold at the start of your adventure. And the white is going to be flexible. These are going to be specific to your traveler, meaning your character, and they're all kind of specific things to their play style, almost. So, pink dust, obviously purchased and upgradable. You can see in the top right how much you have, and the level of the character relevant to this, right? Level 5 will unlock an extra slot here, 15, 25, same thing with all of these over here as well. So, meta progression for your character, both levels and Stardust both impact this, and they do have alternate options you can get. So we'll unlock her I guess, alternate right-click option after we defeat 75 elementals. Same thing with this one. We need to defeat 70 enemies in a row without taking damage. And this one is defeat the first boss within 2 minutes of starting an adventure. That's definitely going to be one that we'll work up towards eventually if we want to get that. And then, of course, you have your dailies as well, which we'll skip that. We are playing on normal, I think is what it is technically. So we'll go ahead and restart another run here. Hopefully we can get some better perks and skills. We'll try to go a little longer in this one, and then that'll be it for our first episode. It's kind of just a warm-up episode. Wanted to show you guys the game, see if you guys are interested. And for those who do enjoy this kind of game or are interested in it, it is available on Steam as of now. It was just released on the 10th, I believe. I want to go here and then there. Yeah, we'll go here, there, and then work our way around. And the reason for, I want to hit as many islands as we can for potential upgrades. That's kind of the main reason, right? This will be really nice once we get our first upgrade for damage as well, because then these guys will be able to be 1 or 2 shot depending on how much of a damage upgrade we get. Head and walk it down here. Oop. Alright, so we do at least have an upgrade at the end of this island, which is nice. Perfect. What did we get? Shadow Volley. Interesting. Channels for 1.3 seconds, each dealing 31 damage to first enemy hit. Channel time is reduced by your attack speed. Increases with your critical strike chance. Okay. Not an awful pair up for her, since this character does like attack speed and crit chance. So it might be worth keeping that. Let us dash around a little bit. There we go. You can see our character level down on the bottom left there. Increases all stats whenever the traveler levels up. So the more enemies we kill, the more our character levels up in the run, which is, again, just your stats. So that'll be this. So I'll pin that there for you so you can actually watch. This one's okay. You can ignite a specific target on fire and then ignite them again for area damage. Again, not my preferred choice. So I'm hoping we get a few different... So you can see, I can set him on fire, right? Ooh, I can set him on fire whenever I am ready, and then blow him up again, and we'll blow it up again. There we go. Work on getting these down. The leaf dogs are a little bit of a trouble early game if you aren't prepared for them, just because they kind of are tanky. And they do all kind of run at you at once, which is also kind of annoying. Now, if you've got things that scale with fire damage, obviously this ability would be great, because then you wouldn't have to worry about it. We'll take the indifference one for the small curse. Mostly because I want a shard. Ah, it's a spinning attack. I'm going to dismantle that, because I don't really want a spinning attack. I prefer things that don't stop me from being able to attack how I want. Go ahead and do that. There we go. Finish off both of those guys. Take that. Take our gold. And that also explodes everybody around them if we hit, like if you hit one enemy in a group with the E, our fire thing, it will ignite everybody, which is very nice. It's a nice little AoE explosion. Go ahead and ignite that guy a little bit, get some damage onto them, finish him off. Actually, finish off this guy first. There we go. Beautiful. No memories on this one. There's 2 shops back and forth. We don't have a lot of gold, so I'm not particularly worried about it, but at least at the well we can upgrade our right click. Monsters drop team. Ooh. This is a great level to be on because it has a well, which means we're also going to get to upgrade our abilities here. These guys are all nice and blue for us. Beautiful. Perfect. There we go. And we'll grab this. Thankfully they're stuck, so a little extra freebie there. Alright, so like I was saying, we had 88, we're now up to 146. I am going to keep upgrading this until we get some better abilities, and then I'll upgrade those. We're not out of the area yet. Ooh, we'll go one more there. There we go. Get rid of him. This game does pretty heavily focus on dodging more than just like, hey, just raw DPS them, you know? They do want you to focus on dodging quite a bit. I do recommend that. Acquire a total of 450 Dream Dust. Nice. Alright, there we go. And I think that is it. We could go and upgrade one more, but I don't think we need to. So let's hit the top one here, and then we'll move down to the boss. Oh, perfect. Now we get a gold world. Wow, that's back-to-back is crazy good luck, huh? There we go. Bop. Bop. And bop. Clear this area out a little bit more. Get another explosion there. Back out of that, because we know that they're gonna go for us. Back out of that. There we go. I'm gonna upgrade that one more time while we're here, because why not? Go ahead and clear both of those guys out. They drop a lot of gold, so we actually should get quite a bit of gold from this. Go ahead and launch a lot of these over there. Dark damage, I believe, increases the damage they take, so that's pretty good. There we go. All right, now we'll go to our first boss, which is the demon guy. I believe is the first boss every time. I think the bosses after that can change, but the first boss is always this demon guy sitting here, so. We'll start here. Set him on fire a little bit. Go ahead and dodge his abilities here. I say dodge the abilities and then don't dodge the abilities. This one is a little tougher because, okay, so we can't really use the Q very well. Okay, back out of this. Dodge these a little bit more. Q is not my friend, that is for sure. Oh, I was trying to dodge that. I could not. Try to let. Oh, I might die on this one, unfortunately. I just don't really have the damage. I don't feel like we got a lot of upgrades, unfortunately. Ah, I walked right into that one. That was my bad. I didn't get a lot of damage on that one. I just don't have. I didn't feel like I got any good abilities or anything out of that. So that's unfortunate. So, and we also didn't get any essence upgrades either. So unlucky. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. So if this seems like a game type that is fun to you, I'm probably going to continue this series for at least a few more episodes. I'd like to make this like a mini series, just work towards unlocking the characters. I promise you I will play better in the next episode. Maybe. We'll see. But with that, guys, hope you had a good one. Appreciate the video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see, what characters you'd like to see, or what characters we'd like to work towards first, because there are quite a few here. Unfortunately, can't view the rest of these until we unlock them, but this is the next character that we have now unlocked, a ranged mage. We can also do the other ranged guy as well. So with that, I will see you guys on the next one.